That's right. Living the dream. Well, we'll see if anybody comes in. I just thought I'd throw this up last second, like usual. You know, friend said, "Hey, you gonna go on tonight?" So okay, I'll go on. Let's see what shows up. In the meantime, second annual. Oh, gotta go this way. Second annual South Florida Drone Meetup, Saturday, April 2nd, 2022. That's a pick from the last one they had at Jensen Beach. Not the last one they had. That was the last one at Jensen Beach. Let's see. Made it worse, huh? Let's do that. Does that do anything? All right. 2 years ago at Jensen Beach with Ray and Matt. So I made a little ad out of it, threw it up there, and that's what's going on there. Okay, so anyway, live streaming with Restream. Anybody wants to come in, just let me know, and I'm going to leave this go for a little bit longer and see if anybody jumps in. There's a lot of guys out there in Doughboy's channel. He's huge, of course. He had 80 something people in there, and I think he just ended. And Bill at it's his wife's birthday tonight. Let me see. At drone therapy. Don't be stupid. At drone therapy, he was on, and I was in there. And some guys asked if I was going to come on, so here I am. Some of you guys can find me because you actually hit the bell, which is great. I mean, I'd imagine AZ Drone Dude, Dave might show up. Maybe Chris. Maybe no one. If no one shows up, I promise I'll delete this because I know you're really worried about, dead airspace on my channel. It's a big concern. We can talk about a lot of things. Spin up coming up. Are you going? Are you going? That's a big question. Everybody's asking this thing. Are you going? Are you going? Bought the ticket. Still don't know if I'm going. A lot of things have to fall into place for me to go. Seems pretty simple, though, huh? Man my age. Jump in the car, drive to Texas. Why not? That's my hand holding up. Looks pretty good. Why not? I'm a grown man. I'm not saying grown ass man. I don't like that. It's not cool. Because my ass has been growing a lot in my old age. Anyway, so that's that. We could talk about that. We could talk about the battery update for the Mini 2. Nobody's really talking about that except for when the update first came out. I'd like to know what kind of results people are getting a week later. Almost a week later. It was last Saturday. And today is Wednesday. But anyhow, I'm going to refill my beverage and be right back. And hopefully somebody will be here. In the meantime, feast your eyes on the shameless advertising for that meetup. It's going to be a blast, by the way. Quite a few people have signed up already. It's still a ways away. Who's in here? Hey, honey. Hey, honey. You're right about that Chinese place. Okay, cool. Well, you know the fake crab legs that were in there? Tastes which means they're old. So I might have to run. We'll see. Ate it anyway. Those things weren't good because they had no body. Yeah, I went to, and if you're gonna do that, I definitely wouldn't do seafood anymore. Well, it says somebody's watching. See if anybody's in here. Da 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 dee da da dee da 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 dee da da. Hello, gang. Here we go. I don't know if that works. Let's see. Nope, doesn't look like it. All right, well, that's okay. That's weird. Heard something. That's okay. Sometimes it's just time to sleep. It is 10:45 at night. I didn't announce this. I just thought I'd say hi to some friends. Sometimes I forget I don't really have too many friends. It's my own fault. All right. Move that away from the sound of my loud PC. Okay, I'm all perfect. All right, everybody come in. Come on, waiting. Let's see. I want to. Let's go check those batteries on my Mini 2. Another 24 hours passed. Let's go grab it. Okay. Since Saturday, and here's my test. Here's my Mini 2 Flymore kit batteries in the charger. I tried them storing them in the charger because the new update states that it's going to discharge and save the batteries, make them safer, make them last longer. And these were charged up Saturday early afternoon, maybe. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Oh, that's only 4 days. Was it Saturday? I thought it was long. Maybe. No, it couldn't have been Saturday. I worked Saturday. It had to be. Maybe it was. Yeah, Saturday evening. That's right. It was Saturday evening, so I was going to fly it on Sunday. Okay, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's 4 days in the charger. Now, there's 4 lights on each battery. To get it to 3 lights, it'd have to be like probably 74%, 75 or less, maybe. So let's see, in 4 days, ladies and gentlemen, okay, because what I'm thinking, here's why I'm doing this. I'm going to not fly the Mini 2 for a couple weeks. I'm going to leave them in here and see if they actually drain down. But and I understand that they could be drained down somewhat, but you really want to get them to 60% for long-term storage. So, is the new update, does it work if you store them in the charger? Or does the new update only make the battery itself smarter somehow? And you still have to store them outside the charger, which is fine. That's what I'll do if it actually works. But it's more convenient to have them like this. So if it works this way, cool. So that's my test. Ready? Push the button. Damn. Still got all 4 lights. I could just pull one out and stick it in the drone. See what happens. See what it says. But I'm afraid to, because if it says it's still over 90% or 90 some high 90s, then this isn't working. So I'm going to give it more time. Now, if after, I'm going to wait at least a week. If maybe by this Sunday, I'll check it out again. And if they're still pretty near full, then it's going to be a week outside the charger. Let's see what that does. I think a week should be long enough. That's the whole point. I might pop one in the drone and see if it's at least in the high 70s. That would be okay if that worked. So anyway, that's what I'm doing with the Mini 2. The Air 2S, I took it to my dad's. I flew that for Father's Day. That was fun. Just briefly, because the weather's been terrible here in Florida. Super hot, super rainy, super annoying. I know the problem is. Bring that open that closer. No, not the problem. Let's get my settings wrong. What are you gonna do? Get this one. Then it gets worse. Put it out there. Oh, it's a little better. Anyway, well, looks like this is a big fail. You see if Double is still going. I think he's probably gone. Nope, nobody's live but me. I mean, it is Wednesday night. People have jobs. At least some of you do. Oh. Sup, Dave? How are you? Uncle Bill, huh? I was in the channel and Capture Life Steve said, "Hey, you're gonna go live tonight?" And Mike B was like, "Yeah, go live tonight." There he is. What's up, Mike? Now I said, and I actually jumped on, even though this is really just my second drink in like 3 hours, so clearly not drunk. And I said that maybe a couple Moscow Mules, and if someone would come in the channel and help me with this. And I'm looking at you, Mike. Another Uncle Bill show. Yeah. It started out pretty slow. I tried to be a little informative before you guys got here. I was talking about the Mini 2 battery update and whether it's draining down or not, whether the new firmware is working to keep our batteries going. Here, let's do this. Copy this. And by the way, Mike, I do like this software, but you know what? They do have a plan. If you pay yearly, it comes out to about $16 a month. Uncle Bill Live. My next live chat, I'm going to call it Uncle Bill Live. How about that? Uncle Bill's Hanger Talk. Uncle Bill Hanger Talk. I kind of like that. I can name the whole channel that. Uncle Bill's Toys and Uncle Bill's Hanger Talk. You know, that I kind of like that. Did you keep the batteries warm until we got here? Yes, I did. I was sitting on them. They didn't hatch. No, what I did was told my story, which I will tell again because, love you guys. I updated the firmware on all 3 batteries, which there was a trick to that, but we discussed that before. And to bring people over to your channel, you're doing your best. Yeah, well, Mike, I appreciate that, but I wanted you to come in and help me talk. When you say toys in your age, people think about sex toys. I'm not even going to discuss the psychological things that are going on in your mind when you think of old men and sex toys. I mean, I'm just, kind of scared there. I'm not going to enter that whole genre. Anyway, here's my Mini 2 batteries. That's right. We're talking about toys and batteries. And I updated the firmware last Saturday evening. Didn't fly the drone and kept them stored in here because I'm curious as to whether the update makes them drain down correctly, but will it still work if they're in the case, in the charger? Because if it's not, and they'll drain down properly outside the charger, that's okay. I'll live with that. But it'd be more convenient if it works this way. So it's been since Saturday evening, and I did my big reveal earlier, and I held it up like this, and still got 4 lights. The thing is, it may be down in the 80s by now. If I pull it out, put it in the drone, I'll be accelerating the process. So by next Sunday morning, if these things haven't sufficiently drained, I'm going to charge them back up, and then I'm going to leave them outside the drone, and then see how long it takes for them to drain down to about 60%. But anyway, Bill isn't promoting channels, big channels, small channels per se. He invites a guest on who's supposed to pick his 20 channels that he likes, and the guest probably should pick smaller channels, but and maybe or more smaller channels. But Ron was just putting up the channels that he likes the most, which is fine. It introduces people to new channels. 3 no batteries, no charge for me. Well, they should. I mean, have you even flown that thing? I mean, they know you haven't because it tracks every minute the thing's in the air. And for those of you who don't know, AZ Drone Dude finally went to go fly his new Mini 2 that he's had since it came out and hasn't flown it. And all 3 batteries were completely dead. You always leave them in the hub. Well, I mean, leaving them in the hub is convenient, but that's the thing. When they're in the hub, there's something having to do. See, these aren't as smart as the big batteries. They don't have their own lights. It's a smaller board. And it's something that everybody discovered was if you leave them in the hub, they never drain down. So 160 might cost $0. That's great. No charge. So they're not going to charge them for you. You're going to get them dead. So it was suggested by everybody, just leave them out of the hub and they'll drain down naturally. And they do. It takes forever, but they're supposed to be smart. And if you don't use them in a certain period of time, like my batteries from my Air 2S, if I don't use them in 24 hours, they're already coming down. I don't say substantially, but enough, And in 48 hours, it's probably about 70%. 50 batteries last 4 years first time I hit that whole dynamite. Yeah. Well, it was out of the in case. It was out of the in the case. I don't know what that means. It was out of the in the case. Okay, you're messing with me. Oh, and by the way, yes, there's with this version, we were talking about Restream and sometimes how long it takes the chat to show up on that screen there. And there is a 15-second delay on the free version. If you do the pay version, it's 5 seconds. Probably faster, but they guarantee 5. And Mike, I was looking at the prices, and even though it's $16 a month if you pay for the year, you get more. You'd have to go to the higher level to do all the things that you want to do. So I don't know that Restream is for you. I think for $20 a month, you get more custom stuff. You'll have to look at the pricing. A lot of people had problems with the Mavic 2 Pro batteries swelling on them. Maddie's in the house. Maddie, as Philly Drone Life would say. Well, since Maddie's here, let's pop the cork. Maddie boy. Anyway, so that's what's going on. My little test with the Mini 2. I don't want it to go too long. I haven't been flying it that much lately, and I enjoy the Mini 2. I mean, the last time I flew it, I was just messing around in my living room. That thing in the middle of my living room picked up 20 satellites. Every word. You don't have to type in every word. No, I mean, I guess I know you well enough for you to leave words out and I'll still understand you. Yeah, how you feeling, Matt? That's a good question. Is Matt feeling okay? Getting on his stream. Never seen you live. We're not even sure that he's a guy. I mean, he could be a woman. He could be a 12-year-old. He could be anything. We don't know. We're just going by his word. I don't mean to bust your chops, Dave. You're my biggest supporter. Whenever I come on, there you are. Where's Johnny? He's probably all ambient out. As soon as he gets off that channel, boy, down with the ambient. I don't think he sleeps very well. He is a realtor and he has an office and he has to get up pretty early in the morning. So it's amazing he's on as much as he is. You feel like garbage? NyQuil and Benadryl. Yeah, that's not fun. You need more fun medication. I have nothing new to show you guys. I even deleted the vid. I put the Mini 2 up in my living room. Just wanted to make sure everything was good. It was nice and steady in the living room. Flew it indoors. Irritated my dogs. I think those videos are gone. And my wife, for that matter. Man, I'm not going to spend the time to upload them. I'm almost tempted to pay because to pay for the streaming service, not necessarily this one, maybe even the other one, StreamYard, because the video that I'm seeing of myself is really clear and looks really good. And then when I watch the streamed version off of YouTube, it's cheesy. Now, while I'm streaming, you can see the Restream logo up there, right? Up above the chat. Scotch was for Matt, not for you. Why? I can't join Matt for a scotch? In fact, I don't have any scotch, so. Used to be a scotch drinker. When I was 19 years old, I worked in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, in a place called The Station, which was at the Erie-Lackawanna 1868 train station in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. And it was a pretty fancy place. They spent millions of dollars, even in the money back in 1980, and did this incredible renovation, full of antiques, renovated train cars, backed up into it. It was gorgeous. There was a train car that was owned by Henry Flagler that had mahogany walls, African Babingo wood, which is some kind of mahogany, and just really stunning. No, quality is good, huh? It might be good while you're streaming. It just seems like the restream, when you play back on the channel, it's not that good. Why'd I bring up the station? See what happened? I got interrupted, and there you go. Scotch. I was 19 years old, and even though in Pennsylvania the drinking age was 21 at the time, I was old enough in New Jersey, but moved to Pennsylvania. Anyway, we'd go to after hours clubs. It was a different time. There was after hours clubs all over Wilkes-Barre. In other words, after 2 o'clock in the morning, they didn't even know. Some of them didn't even open until 2 o'clock in the morning, and they knew who we were because we wore tuxedos. The girls wore black French maid outfits with the white frill and the high heels and the big bow in the back, and it was just very sexist and just great. You know, it was a high class, establishment. Anyway, we'd go out, and there was at least 4 or 5 after hours clubs when I was 19 years old that I could walk in, and they would have my scotch on the rocks sitting on the bar for me as I stepped up. That's how much I overtipped. I would spend all my tips in an after hours bar after closing. I had a $205 a month rent, which is more than it sounds. It's 1980, and I couldn't make my rent because I was drinking all my money. Not by myself. It was a lot cheaper to drink back then. I was sharing. But those were the days. We had the hottest girls in town working in that place, and I was young and single, having a good time, making great money, and it was all in my pocket because it was all tips. And it's a shame. They went through several owners after the Roths passed away. They had it registered in the National Historical Registry of Landmarks, where they got some of the money from the government. And Roth Novelties dumps put so much money into that thing. Had a big disco, yes, a disco, down the one end, with the candy dancer, bar in the middle, all the train cars for food, the cupola and the upstairs, and just wonderful. Yeah, I know that feeling, Maddie. Degenerative disc disease and arthritis in my lower back. I had it for a while. My chair is going into the. Oh God! Did you get that transistor fit? No, I tried. They didn't have it at the shop. The one shop I go to. I have another one I go to. I'm gonna have to try them out. Shouldn't mess with my thing. I should just leave it alone. So I gotta right there. Matt, you're in that picture, right? You know that. Do you recognize that shot? He's 25 years old too. Pain's pain, Dave. It doesn't matter how old you are. I must be casting a shadow. If I turn this off. Oh God, it's so much better on my. Yeah, see, but that makes it worse. No, it doesn't. Your wife took that picture? Cool. Yeah, I kind of did a screen grab from that meetup and then made that put that together. Well, he knows you're not 25. He's saying you're 25 years too young So apparently you can't complain about having pain until you're 62. Yeah, I did the math right. I know I'm going to be at this one. Yeah, it's all right. One of my many backdrops. What's funny is I get the picture of my garage that I use in StreamYard all the time. I don't know where it is in my hard drive. I can't find it. I went to add that to OBS so I could use it in here. Like I said, I have 1 hour left on StreamYard until the 30th, so I'm going to use this at least until then. Or I'll keep using it. I don't know. It seems to work okay. I know. No one wants to come in. I wonder if anybody's liked it. Has anybody liked it? Let's take a look. Oh. I'm looking at my favorites for my channel. Ding dong. Ding dong. 4 out of 5. That's pretty good. Oh, I liked it now. So now I've got 5. Chris's email. I know Chris was emailing Johnny. Oh, it's 6 now. Look at that. Was that you? Oh, I'm 100%. Seven. What's funny is this thing says there's only 4 people even in here. I wish I had some decent video to show you guys. Let me see what I got. It's so lazy. Let me see. I don't want to keep showing the same stuff over and over and over. I mean, I'm pretty sure I showed you guys my crash. Maddie, did I show you when I crashed the Mini 2? People come and go. Yeah. Let's do. Does that help? No. Let's get rid of the chat overlay for a moment so we can get this a little bigger. See if I can do this. Oh, look at that. There we go. Now we'll show that. It's my neighbor's dogs. Look how terrible my grass is. Never came around since I cut down a pepper tree right there. You can see the stump. Pepper trees all over the place. Brazilian peppers just kill the grass. And you see, I put all those stones around the edge so my dogs can't, my Shih Tzus can't make their way out. Now I'm standing in the backyard. I'm not very far away, flying over into my neighbor's yard here just to harass the Labradoodles. These are my girl's best friends, these 2 boys here. But they play on opposite sides of the fence. Otherwise, these 2 big things will step on them, which they have. Stepped on Bella, hurt her. They didn't mean to. They're very sweet. But they don't seem to like the drone too much. Nope, not interested. Going inside. Then this is the Mini 2. Like I said, pretty windy, nice and steady. And here I am with my perspective standing in my yard. I think I'm past that palm tree that you just saw dangling there. So I'm like, let's just return to home. Oops. Oh, oops, oopsie, oopsie. That's not good. Yeah. Then I had to stand there. I couldn't go up. Can't jump around fences like I used to. Or jump over them like I used to. I could. I was in bare feet. There he is. It's still daylight there, yeah. Show a picture of my dog? Yeah, I'm sure I have two. I have two Shih Tzus. I'm falling asleep. That's okay. Drone was fine, by the way. Second time I've done that. That Mini 2 just keeps on taking. I don't know if I have any good pictures of the girls. Good shots from the meetup. Oh, you like this one. Here we go. We have this big aloe cactus we in the backyard. My wife, when she cleans the dog's bedding and their toys, she puts them through the laundry, then she hangs them on that thing. She uses it as a dryer, which is pretty creative, I guess. There's my three girls right there. The bigger one is Mandy. Then the one in the front there, that's Bella. And Mandy, nope, see ya. Into the garage. And then Bella's she's cute, huh? She's about 13 and a half pounds. Mandy's over 19 pounds. Very big for a Shih Tzu. She's the hunter. But when she's scared of the drone, though. This one here's the baby. She'll talk to me all day. Oh, leave me alone. Yeah. Talk about my wife like that, Mike. Let's see, is there anything else good on here? Probably not. Yeah. Me next to my wife, we don't even look like we're the same species. That's what I mean about the Mini 2. Look how stable this thing is. I practically have this thing in my ear. I'm not concerned. Pretty good. What's my wife's ethnic background? She's Filipina. You didn't fail the trust test. Look at those pythons. Yeah, they look like they ate a small hippopotamus. Um, oh, the Mini 2 is awesome. It's so stable. I mean, it's just for what you got. If I never, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the R2S. It's my latest and greatest tech. I mean, it's in a class by itself. But if I never got one, I would have been very happy with just a Mini 2. But Chris, you didn't fail that test. Don't tell me you failed that test. You can't fail it. If you get anything wrong, they just say, "Oh, you want to answer the questions again?" And then you pick the right answer. There's only 3. I'll be honest with you guys. I did miss one. It was all of the above one, but the way it showed it, the all of the above was in the middle, like it was the second choice. And I thought, well, that's stupid. And I picked the best of the 3. But that's should admit that I actually got one of those wrong. But yeah, she's born and raised in the Philippines, but she's a naturalized American citizen since 1988. And you have a Shih Tzu. That's cool. How big is your Shih Tzu, Dave? Is smaller compared to the others. Yeah, because like I said, Bella's about average. I mean, they say like 12 to or 11 to 16 pounds, so she falls like right in the middle. Mandy is really oversized, and she's not fat. She's really muscular, but so you can see I got that set up so they can come out to that not laugh. They can come out to that yard whenever they want, and they get tons of exercise. Mandy actually, there's no vermin alive in that backyard. We can't have rabbits. We can't have squirrels. Can't have birds. Can't have anything back there because she'll get them, and she does. A hunting Shih Tzu, world's only. Very fast dog. She just zing, she's gone. 12 pounds. So she's on the low end of the scale. Yep. That's it. We were kind of hoping for like real small. My wife is the one that I don't know if you noticed. They were getting a little shaggy right there. It's shorter now, but she she shaves them. She's the one that cuts the both of them. Does a nice job. She's gotten pretty good at it. They were getting a little shaggy there, but we like the puppy cut on them. Like mine, he went out and came back with a small. Yeah, he brought that back for you. It's funny, Mike, that you should say that. And you're Italian too. My Italian grandmother said the same because she was racist in a weird way. I mean, because they said all kinds of things, and it's like they didn't mean it. You know what I mean? Like my grandfather used to say some stuff, and then his best friend was Eddie Lopez. So I don't know. Who knows? He'd call him a speck to his face. But they loved each other. But my grandmother said the same thing. She goes, "Oh, she's a Filipino. Oh yes, those Filipinos, they make great wives." That's a It's kind of, but yeah, she's a great wife. But they don't all, Mike. I knew some of her friends, and they weren't so great. She hard worker, cuts the grass, does the gardening, does the laundry, cleans the house, makes my food, does the shopping, and works. Works 4 or 5 days. Actually, lately her job's been 5 days a week. She's way too good for me, to be honest with you. 22 years she's been doing that for me. Try this again. If anybody wants to say hello to everybody live, bam. Yeah, Mandy's caught squirrels, rabbits, birds. The keeper, yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I've already told myself if anything ever happened and she left me, I'm not even going to bother. If I can't make that work, there's something wrong with me. Yeah, well, they're chauvinistic, those girls. They don't have a problem with the fact that they're a woman, I'm a man. We're still equals, In fact, she tells me what to do quite often, which is fine. I do it. Let's see. Yeah, I like this better. Yeah. But like I said, they're not all the same. Depends on where they're from and how they were raised. There's definitely different classes over there. Did I invite Chris? I mean, I put the link out. All Chris has got to do is click on the link and join it. There it is again. Join on in. David. Oh, are you guys chanting for him to come in here? David doesn't really exist. He's actually just a bot. It's a computer program. Same one for all your drones. All the prop holders. I bought from Dobo. I bought the ones that he made for my Air 2S, and while I like them, they're a little tight on the props up on the top, and it accidentally turns the drone on in the bag. It's pushing down on the props, and it hits the power button. You're a bot. I mean, I got to be careful when you put it in there to kind of shove them aside a little bit so that they don't push down on the power button. And kind of defeats the purpose. You got to spend that much time putting it in it. It should be stick it in the bag. So I'm still using it, but not as happy with it as I could be. Bottom part's great. The bottom clip is great. With the top one causes me problems. And it's pretty tight. Doesn't need to be that tight. Just needs to keep them in place so that you don't hook them in the bag when you put it in. And really, the answer is I should get a hard case for the drone and just forget about it. Oh, and by the way, Mikey, this is your fault. I ordered a tablet. Should be here Saturday. So I got one that'll fit into the tablet shade that you sent me. Because, like I said, it says 7.9, so it's really made for a mini, an iPad mini, but I didn't want to spend $400 on an iPad mini. I didn't want to get an older one. So I'm just going to experiment. And I was talking to Matt, and I got a Samsung. I got the 8.4 format. The 2020 March, it came out March 2020, but I bought a refurbed from eBay for $145, and they claim it's an A plus because they have different ratings. 9.5 out of 10, might have slight scratches that are nearly imperceptible. It works 100%. Blah blah blah. We'll find out. For $145, I thought I'd try it. David the Bot, come on down. I tend to buy stuff and check it out. I do want to get. I really got to finish my 107 course and get that. I'd like to fly that thing at night and see how it does. Of course, I'll probably just do it once and that'll be it. Kind of the way I am. Just looking for other video.
Guys, here I am with the world famous Captain Ray Kelly here in North Palm Beach.
You guys probably seen this one. Dentist appointment. Yeah, I gotta get my oil changed to my car myself tomorrow. Much love to you too, Mikey. Thank you for stopping in. You want to check this out here? I'm gonna do a little quick Captain Ray. And then I'm gonna right after that gets changed, I'm gonna go right to work.
Guys, here I am with the world famous Captain Ray Kelly here in North Palm Beach, Lakeside. Oh, I'm not supposed to say. This is a secret.
It's a secret
Shh, shh. Adventures with Ray Kelly. He's got the shirt on. Excellent. I missed the takeoff, but somewhere up
Well, obviously, there's no audio for this. Some of you may have seen this. This is my Ray video when I went down with Ray to his secret spot. And there she goes. Didn't have filters yet at the time. I do have filters for my Mini too. Haven't really used them much. Yeah, made it to the island. Munyon Island. I live in a pretty beautiful area. That's enough of this. Anyway, Bill was saying Chris going to the other channel. It doesn't come on mine. All right, so we lost Mike. And, we have 5 people in here. Wash the Raider. Well, guys, I think I'm going to call it a night. Do appreciate all you coming in. I do. Always do. Surprised I was actually on this long. I had Chinese tonight that my wife bought yesterday. Figured I'd be in the restroom by now. Have a good night, Dave. Have a good night, Chris. Mike B, appreciate you coming in. Thanks for not showing up. That's just harsh. Good night, Mike. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all go out with a big applause.